Good morning. Hope you're doing well. I am going to be starting some new videos, basically because I get a lot of questions as a makeup artist from friends, family, and of course my wonderful clients. So I thought I'd start doing a couple videos showing you how I do my own makeup day to day. As some of you might know, I am a mother of two boys, one being almost 6 and the other one is 3.5. So my life is crazy, let's be honest. As a mother, I'm running around all the time. I don't get a lot of sleep. I'm also running a business and being a wife as well. So I don't have a lot of time in the morning to spend on my makeup. So I really keep it very simple, and that's the key, simple. Less is more, and prioritize certain things. So today I feel like I'm having a pretty good skin day. I've done my skincare already, and basically I'm just gonna give myself a work face because I'm going to work later. And so I'm just gonna go in for a quick 10-minute tutorial here. And yeah, if there's any questions, please feel free to email me because I would love to hear your feedback or your questions as well. So I'm going to start off with my skin. I have a little bit of discoloration under my eyes, so that's something I want to take care of as well. But I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to just go in with one of my favorite everyday foundations. So I like to use foundations, different foundations for different reasons. I like to use light and sheer foundations for the daytime, and then if I'm going to be going out and getting photographed, I'm going to have a little bit more of a medium to full cover foundation. So today I'm using the Elate Fresh Tint Foundation. This one is Nudist, the color. I quite like this product. It's really light, it's got a good amount of yellow in it, which is what I need, as I am more of a yellow-based skin tone. So I've just applied it right on my fingers, and again, I'm being really quick with this. I am putting on my fingers. I'm not using a foundation brush or a sponge or anything like that. I'm going to rub it with my fingers, and I'm going to apply it all over my face as if it is moisturizer. I like to do a lot of massaging on my face for premature aging reasons. Getting the muscles going and working the blood and circulating your skin, or circulating the blood under your skin, is really important. I always bring it down into my neck, even if I need to get a little bit more, take a little bit more, and I'm just really making sure I've covered everything. Now this right here, especially with the sun coming out, this is a typical area to get a little bit more of a white look here, and that's because your chin is creating a shadow on your neck, so not a lot of sun gets there, so it's a really good area to look for. And I always just make sure I have the foundation going past my jawline, making sure it all matches. Okay, good. I'm pretty happy with that. It goes on really well. It's nice and light. It's water-based. I don't really have to do too much more to it. Now, one of my other products that I like to use is a liquid concealer for under my eyes, and I'm using the Arbonne the Real Conceal Liquid. It's one of my favorite ones because it is long wearing. It's also very hydrating, and the colors are really great. So I just add a little bit in the areas that I need it. Right now I'm just going to do there, and because the product is so thick, I'm going to pat it in and apply it in different areas that might need it. Now I am patting it on, which is really important. You never want to rub anything under the eyes. The skin under your eyes is different than the rest of your face and your body, so treat it very, very gently, and just go into any of the areas that might need a little bit of extra conceal. So I have a bit of a blemish that's still lingering around. Now this is an important tip. I don't actually take the applicator and go directly on my blemish because that spreads bacteria. So my hands are clean. I always wash my hands before doing my makeup. But I'm just gonna go in and dab it with my finger and blend it in. I got one more over here on my cheek. Now, if you like to use cream blush, this is the time to put your cream blush on. Otherwise, go into powder. Another great product that I'm using from Elate is the Veiled Elation, which is their setting powder. I love it. It's really, really lightweight. It's easy to apply, and I love the packaging, bamboo packaging. As I'm getting older and as things are changing in the beauty industry, I am looking more towards my natural options, because makeup I'm wearing almost every day. So for me, I want to put something that's good for my skin on my face every day. But when it comes to going out for the night out of town, especially when I know I'm going to be photographed, I am going to wear something that's going to last all day. Now, natural makeups are coming a long way, and every day I feel like products are getting better and better. So just try things out, be open-minded, and figure out what's most important for you, and that's where you spend the money. Now I take a little tiny brush and I just go right under my eyes with the powder, making sure anywhere that I put it. Okay, good. That's it. I'm done with that. So again, this is my quick 10-minute face in the morning. I'm going to, if I don't have time to put my blush on, I'm going to put on bronzer because I need to add a little bit more color. Now that I've just got my base on, I want to make sure. So again, I'm using Elate's Bronzed Goddess, or Goddess Glow, I should say, Goddess Glow. One of my very favorite bronzers. It's such a nice color. It looks very well on so many different skin tones. So I like to take a little bit of the product, put it into the lid, and swirl my brush around, tapping the excess. So I'm gonna just go in as if I am contouring. I'm gonna go around all the areas of my face that you would typically contour. And then, because this is bronzer and we're getting to that time of year where the sun-kissed look is becoming more and more popular, what I like to do is take a little bit of the excess and lightly dust it wherever the sun is naturally hitting my face. Very light. Okay, don't forget a little bit under your neck. And if you don't have time for blush, take your bronzer and work it as a blush as well. So you could do 2 in 1. Okay, so a little bit more. But if you do have time for a blush, go for it. I like to use a natural pink. I have green eyes. It's just my go-to for me. If you have blue eyes, I recommend going in with a coral or peachy blush. Same with lip color. That's a really nice way to complement your eyes without putting a lot of thought into it. And so I'm going to just go in with the blush, and I kind of make a bit of a apple in my cheek there, the smile, and get that going. But I'm very light-handed on the apple. I really focus on blending it into the bronzer. That's it. My base is done. So on to the important stuff here, getting a little bit of eye makeup on. But I don't have a lot of time. I'm going to skip the eyeliner altogether. And I'm just going to go in with some shadow. I like to use a very neutral colored shadow right there for the contour in my crease. And also, this is a good little trick if you're noticing you're having a little some fine lines right under the eyes. I know with me turning 37 in a few months, it's been something that I've been noticing a little more often. But that's okay. I'm a makeup artist and I know what to do, and I'm going to tell you how to do the same thing. So for me, simple is key. So I don't have a lot of time. So I'm just going to choose this nude color, or neutral color, kind of like a cork, I like to say, is a cork color. And I'm just going to apply it in my outer corner on both sides, just for placement. I like using a flatter brush to apply a little bit firmer. This is an old school MAC one. I've had this since I was a teenager. I don't even know the number. It's rubbed off, but it's an amazing brush. I use it a lot. And so I'm going to take one of my blending brushes, okay, one of these fluffy ones, and I am going to blend that into my crease. This is going to add depth in my eyes. It's going to give me a nice definition there. Now, if you have deep set eyes, you don't want to do your whole eyelid. You just want to do the outer corners. And if you have protruding eye shape, going all over your eyelid with this color will give you the illusion, or everyone the illusion, that your eyes aren't as protruding. So with this product, I like to bring it under my eyes. Now, shading is a great way to hide things. So I take this color and I buff it right under, and I do a solid blurred line of this product underneath my eyes to hide my wrinkles a little bit. I'm going to go over, make sure I'm happy with the look. And if I have time, I might put a little bit of a lighter shadow on, but I don't. So I'm just going to leave it at this. Good, looking a little bit more put together. And then having some options with your mascara is really nice. So if you want to add a little bit more, let's see here, drama, or you want to pair it up with something, finding yourself a nice colored mascara is really nice. This one is the L'Oreal Voluminous, and it's in a burgundy color. I quite like it. I'm not going to wear it today, but I'm going to show it to you. But it's another option. You can get it in blue and violet as well. And I'm just going to use black, my Pacifica Stellar Gaze. Okay, and it's a natural mascara. And a little trick is to wiggle your brush from the root to create more volume and then swipe up. This particular brush is awful. I don't like the size of it whatsoever, but it's the only mascara I have right now. It was a sample that was given to me, and I do like the product. I just don't like the brush. I think the brush is enormous, and I have pretty good lashes. I have long length, and they're pretty full. So for me to use this brush, it's a little bit too much. And so if someone with shorter lashes is not gonna like this too much. So I don't know why they designed them so big like this, but anyways, it's too big for me. And so I do a little bit on the bottom lashes, not crazy. I'm not gonna cake them as much as I did on top. Good, done with that. Now my last step is my eyebrows when it comes, besides the lips, because the lips I could do on my way out, in the car, before I walk into my booking, whatever. But my eyebrows are important. I like to fill them in, it's my thing. So that is something that I prioritize. So that is the one thing that I'm gonna spend the most on in this look. I love the Kat Von D's Super Brow pomade. It's a long wearing product, and I have this one in medium brown. Barely any is used, but I've had this for a good 6 months and I use it every day, so it's a very good value. So I take a little bit out of the pot and I put it in my cap so I can control the amount of product that's on my brush. And so I use an angle brush for this. I get the product right in there. And for me, I start my brows over here, so I don't apply too much product here, where I want it to be lighter looking. And so I just get it in there, and then I start working my product over to the inner corner. I start filling it in. Now you could do this step with a pencil product or a powder product, whatever your choice is. I think it's really important when you're choosing a brow product to, if you don't have any idea what works, try a few things. See what you like best. I have done it all. I've done the pencil, I've done the powder, I've done so many different long wearing products. I'm always trying because I do my brows every day, and it's just one of those things that I need to have long wearing product that's a good color, that doesn't dry out in the pot, and yeah, basically that's it. Those are my musts when it comes to a brow product. So that brow's looking pretty good. I'm going to take my brush and buff it out a little more. Now, I don't focus on getting my eyebrows exactly the same because naturally they're not. So I just work with whatever I have and get them as balanced as I can. keeping in mind that this is a natural look. Eyebrows naturally are not identical. Think of your eyebrows as sisters, not twins. That is something I heard a long time ago when I first started out as a makeup artist, when I went to a Mac Pro seminar. And the artist then had stressed this a lot. And I see this a lot nowadays, a lot of brows that are just so immaculate. It's just not natural. It's not realistic. So if you want to keep that natural looking look, just work with your own brows and just balance them the best you can. I don't like to spend a lot of time doing my makeup anymore. You know, I just have been so busy over the years that it really is not something I want to spend a lot of time with. There's other things I'd rather be doing. But when it comes time to getting my going out for an event, I definitely put in the time and get everything in order. Blush, contouring, all that stuff. Put on some more eyeshadow. It all depends, but this is about a 10-minute makeup look right now. I'm pretty happy with it. I've got everything covered. The last thing for me now is lipstick, and because I've kept everything fairly natural, I think going bright on my lips would be the best scenario right now. I absolutely love Pat McGrath's lip colors. This one here is getting really low. It's one of my favorites because I love pink lipstick. This one is called Full Panic, and it is a beautiful matte lip color. It is still creamy and gives me the long wearing that I'm looking for. So my lips look a little crazy right now, but what I'm going to do is take my lip brush and perfect this portion. Now I'm just going to use a mirror a little bit closer up so I can see what I'm doing here. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with this. And like always, I put a little bit of a blot on a tissue just to make sure I don't have any excess. Okay. Good. So there's my full face. I didn't put a lot of makeup on yet. It looks like I'm put together. So I recommend you try a couple of these techniques and let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions or if there's anything you like to do to speed up your morning makeup routine, I would love to hear about it. Thanks so much and stay tuned for more.